Right, with Michael Azzie on Wednesday. Michael, you've got a couple of runners just before the yearling sales that start on Thursday. Let's start with race one. Lead the charge, very good run, and you're coming back in trip a little bit.
Yeah, the 1400 he ran a decent race, but I think Rachel rode a very, very smart race that day. She ran up right next to Muzi's girth and made him travel hard. And he ran a promising race there because he fought and ran right to the line. Matchy's horse, I think, is a decent sort of horse. He collared him just short of the line, but he ran all the way to the line. So we opted to freshen him up, bring him back to the 12. He is that horse ready to charge his half brother, and I think he might be just a little bit better suited to the 12. Not saying that he won't get a 14. I think in another 6 months' time, 14 will be good for him.
Then in race two, you got Andy's girl again, backing up again.
Yeah, look, depending on how she comes out of Saturday's run, the reason in the beginning that I left her in there, I said if Saturday gets rained out, then she's in, and then we've got her in because the field cut up to nothing, that field. So we thought, let's leave her in. But, you know, if she comes out of Saturday's run because of the way that field cut up, I might just back her up.
And why not? Then in race three, you got two runners. Let's start with Deception Pass. Three very good runs, Michael.
Yeah, three very, very good runs. The last run in the Work Riders race, he actually pulled the Work Riders' arms out. It was a little bit too far for him. I thought Adam's still of the opinion that he wants further.
Yes.
So I said Adam's going to be a bit of a problem for that horse now until he learns to settle. So I said, Ad, let's just bring him back in distance. And Adam agreed. He said, okay, Dad, let's do that. So we brought him back in distance, and I think he's a massive runner.
The same race, you got a Hermitage.
Yeah, Hermitage came back after a very, very long rest the last time. You know, he injured himself the time before that, and we brought him back. We opted to give him a long rest and bring him back slowly. It was a very promising run back, and he's 100% sound now. He's doing exceptionally well. He's the type of horse who just might come and surprise, but it's a second run after a rest, after a very long layoff. But he is working very, very well back home.
Then race five, also got two runners, Michael. Let's start with, I think, your first choice with Muzi up, Secret Recipe.
You know, she's run two fantastic races for Muzi, drawn on the wrong side of the track. Now she finds herself drawn on the right side of the track, fingers crossed, because at the vaal it can happen. You think you're on the right side of the track, and next week, boom, it's on the other side of the track. So, but if it's still that side of the track, then she's on the right side of the track. We're expecting her to run a decent sort of race.
And in the same race, we got Higgledy-Piggledy, very good win last start, Michael.
Yes, Higgledy-Piggledy won very, very well. And you know, there's a horse in that race that got a line through Secret Recipe. Now, Higgledy-Piggledy won exceptionally well. If she can bring that form to the race, she should be right on top of them. We've got Craigie on her. Craig's a decent rider. I think she could run a decent sort of race and working well at home.
Yeah, I think you got a nice bunch of horses on the Wednesday just before the yearling sales. I hope you got a couple of buyers to come buy you some nice horses, and yeah, all the best for Wednesday.
Yeah, thank you, John. I'm surprised that Adam doesn't get more buyers. He's a decent sort of kid, and he's doing a noble job with a few horses that he has.
He absolutely has, and yeah, I've got a funny feeling that you're going to get a couple of nice horses, and I hope everything goes well.
Thank you very much, John.